2, 1, and action. What is up, Travels with Buddy Nation on the Travels with Buddy station? Today is Saturday, January 25th. And today, hey, what's up, buddy? We're going to be doing some leg extensions. As you can see, I got my homemade leg extension machine over here. And this actually works better than the leg extension that the bench that this came from, because it was actually too low. And when I bought this bench, I probably bought this bench maybe 10 years ago. It doesn't come with a leg extension, but it has these rollers where it's actually set up really nice to do the leg extension. Now the leg extension is a really good exercise for the quads, but it's also, I've noticed, I've never really done it persistently, but I'm going to start doing leg extensions more persistently now, because I notice when you do them, it not only stretches your hamstrings, but it also stretches your calf muscles as well. And when you do that, when you get that really good stretch in your hamstring and your calf, I think it'll help you increase strength and flexibility in those areas. And when you're doing the leg extension, you can point your toes outward and inward to stretch different parts of your calf and hamstring muscles. So it's a really good exercise. It shouldn't be neglected. And it's an exercise that I'm going to start doing persistently. I'm trying to start doing it like once a week in my training routine. And the other thing I'm going to need to get is another, maybe a bench with a good leg extension on it. The bench that this came off of is probably 25 years old, maybe even older than that. And when you're doing a leg extension, you want to make sure that padding is right above your foot. You don't want it too high up on your shin. You want it right. For me, I notice when it's right above my foot, I get a really good stretch, and I really feel it. Not only stretch the hamstrings and stretches the calves, but also really works the quadriceps. You know, it's not like doing a squat where you're working a lot of your core and your hips and everything, but it's definitely an exercise that you should do to strengthen your leg muscles, right, buddy? And I took Buddy for a nice long walk today, so I'm going to I'm just going to do leg extensions. And what I usually do is, because leg extensions is an exercise you don't really burn a ton of calories, so I'm going to do a set of leg extensions, and then after I do a set, I'll do a set of push-ups in the other room, because obviously I don't have room to do a push-up in here, so I'll do a set of push-ups in my living room, and then I'm going to pyramid the weight, and I'll do at least 5 sets of leg extensions, and I'm going to add a little bit more weight to each set. So I'm just going to videotape me doing the leg extension, and I'll demonstrate the leg extension, which for me has been an exercise that I've neglected all my life, and that's probably why I always complain about having tight hamstrings, because I never really got into doing leg extensions. And this bench right here is a really good setup for a leg extension. As you can see, the bench has like an incline on it, and that's why I got it, because when I was doing incline bench presses with my old bench, the seat part is flat, so my ass would literally slip off the bench once I started putting a lot of weight on. With this, it doesn't do that because it has an incline on it, and that's actually perfect for doing leg extension, because of the incline, my feet don't touch the floor when I at the lower position. The only problem is this doesn't come with a leg extension machine, so I modified this, and it really works great. But I would like to get a bench that's just like this, but with a leg extension machine on it, with the inclined seat, but also a leg extension. So without further ado, I'm going to demonstrate some leg extensions, and Bud, I'm going to put Bud in the other room. He's going to chill out, and then afterwards I'll make Buddy a supper. Because he went for a nice long walk today, and I know he worked up an appetite. So I'm going to get this workout out of the way, and then we're going to go eat. Okay, Bud? All right. I'll put Bud in the other room. I'm going to demonstrate doing some leg extensions. And for me, I notice when I do this exercise, I warm up light, like this isn't much weight, and for me, what's most important is the top position. It's not, to me, it's not that important to bring the weight down very far, but mainly to bring it up, because that's when you're flexing your quadricep muscles, and that's when you're also stretching your hamstrings and calf muscles. So I think it's more important with this makeshift leg extension. I'm not able to bring my feet all the way down, but I can definitely bring them all the way up. And I'll go for around warm up. I'll try to get like 35 repetitions. That's 2, 3. All right, I got 10 more pounds on the bar. So I push it out like this, I can bring my legs further down. But I think the most important part when doing this exercise is the extension part, when you bring your legs all the way out, when you're extending your legs, as the name is, leg extension. Notice I got the weight, it's right above my feet, and that's where you really feel that, working the muscles. Alright, that still feels light for me. I'm going to add more weight onto the pyramid, do another set. In between sets, I'm doing push-ups, that way there I can get my heart rate up, because just doing this exercise alone, you don't get a whole lot of cardio out of it, but it's really good, like I say, for strengthening those quadriceps, stretching those calves, stretching the hamstrings. I added another 10 pounds, we'll see what I can do. 45 pounds, not a ton of weight. Alright, I got 50. And again, as you notice, I didn't bring my feet all the way down to the lower position. Of course, with this makeshift leg extension machine, I really can't do that because the bar will hit this. But the main thing is I can do the extension, and that's where you get all the benefit, I think, when you're doing this exercise. That's where you get the stretch and you're really flexing your quads to work. So I got 50 with that. That's 45 pounds. So I'm gonna add more weight, and I'm gonna keep pyramiding. And I think this is an excellent exercise to do a lot of reps with. You want to rep out 35, 50 reps for probably, I did this last week, I did a total of 9 sets, and the first like 7 or 8 sets I did really high reps, and I started loading the weight on. I think my last set I probably did maybe 12 or 15 reps, and I can't remember, I think I might have had like 3 25-pound plates on, something like that. All right, I got a little bit more weight on the bar now. I got 55 pounds. I can feel my legs starting to get worked a little bit. I'll go for, I don't know, 35 to 50 repetitions. Count along with me. I want to bring the weight down a little bit. I gotta lift my hands like this. One of these days I'm gonna get a real good leg extension machine. I just don't know where I'm gonna put it. This feels really good on the quads, but to really get that full extension, you want to really just bring the legs all the way up. I think the top part is when you're extending your legs. I think that's the part that matters the most. That's when you're getting the really good stretch. But after I did 35 reps, and then I grabbed it and I was able to lower my legs a little bit. I still want to work that lower range motion as well, but I think the most important, I think, is that's why it's called the leg extension, to do that extension part. But for now, this will have to do. So I'm just going to keep pyramiding the weight up. I'll do a couple more sets. All right, now I got 65 pounds on the bar, and my legs are starting to get warmed up a little bit. And I'll see what I can do with this. Come along with me. Felt good. And you notice how I move my toes around during the exercise, and that helps stretch the calves and the hamstrings from different directions. So basically, like I said, basically you're just focusing on the extension part of this exercise with the equipment that I have, but I tell you, it feels really good. I'm going to do a couple more sets. I'd like to get up to maybe 70 pounds, 75 pounds or so. It feels really good. I can really feel it working my leg muscles too. All right, this will probably be my last set of my makeshift leg extension exercise. I don't want to bore anybody too much, but really good exercise. And you don't want to neglect doing leg extensions. I'll get as many reps as I can. Count along with me. Felt great at 23 reps. Got a nice burn on my quadriceps. Got a nice stretch on my hamstrings and my calves. Just moving my feet around best I could. My hamstrings and calves are very tight as they are. That's why it's hard for me to extend my leg to the full extent when I do these. But I noticed by doing these, they are stretching out. So if I consistently practice with this exercise, I'll get better at it. And eventually I'll get a more, I'll get a real, one of these days I'm gonna get a real good, I'll get a good leg extension machine. I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. Might have to put it somewhere else because I don't have any more room in my weight room. But anyways, if you like these videos, make sure you subscribe to Travels with Buddy. Remember to keep training, keep taking those walks, and have an awesome day.